Hello and welcome to my newest video. Today I'm going to take a quick first look at PixoArena, as you can see here from the screen. Now, what is PixoArena? It's another crypto collectible fighting game on the Ethereum blockchain, so it's quite similar to EtherQuest, for example, which I've done another video about, which you can check out on my channel. Now, this one is quite unique in the sense that it kind of sets up the whole ICO process, or the process you have before the actual start of the game, the investment process, similarly to ETH Town to some degree. So you have these different stages, and all of these stages have different types of ways to invest into the game, and maybe even have a hot potato style type of phase, the phase 2 mythical Pixos auction, where you can basically auction off your hot potato style mythical Pixos. So they also call their assets Pixos, or the characters that you can gain. Now, as you can see from the screen, so coming in June, there's a new Pixo you can try out. Actually, it's not really working right now. I think that's because the website didn't load perfectly right now. It's not really loading for some reason. But you can basically choose these different Pixos and how they will look like. It's just a trial version, so you can just check out that they're all kind of unique and individual looking. As you can see here, PixoArena is a fighting collectible game powered by Ethereum blockchain, as I already said. Recruit powerful Pixos, equip them with awesome artifacts, fight in the arena and climb the ranks, win prizes paid in cryptocurrency, so there's definitely a way to have a decent return on investment and trade Pixos and artifacts in the marketplace. Now, I think what generally sets this game apart to some degree is that you can actually equip your powerful Pixos with artifacts, so you have some kind of an equipment system, which most of the other crypto RPGs, crypto fighting collectible games didn't have. You most of the time only had the different weapons or items equipped automatically, and you couldn't really choose them. In this case, they actually work as their own tokens, so they have their own ERC20 token attached to it, I think. So you can see here in phase 1 you have the Pixo founder tokens. That's just a normal ICO basically. So they have a soft cap or a hard cap. I don't know what this one is exactly, but they basically want to get 2000 PFT. That's their own in-game token, Pixo founder token. As I said, that's the ERC20 token as well, or at least it's a compliant token. To be honest, maybe someone who's more from the technological side of things, does it normally mean compliant tokens that it's an actual ERC20 token, or is it just is it actually something different? So there's an ERC20 token, there's also one that's just compliant to it, but it's not the same as an ERC20 token. Or maybe it's just the way to phrase it, to call it compliant. Anyway, after the launch, you can redeem your PFT for founder exclusive artifacts or Pixos with Stunish Art, Founder Tag, Founder Claw, and Great Stats. So they have these kind of unique graphic additions to show that you're a founder, or at least you invested into the founding stage, investment stage, a really early point. You have sort of a roadmap, even though it's really rough around the edges. It's phase 1 early bird. I think we're in this stage right now, as you can see here, from until May 20. And the rate right now is at 0.0125 Ethereum for one PFT token, so you can choose it here. So when I choose 3 PFT, it automatically puts up the price that I have to pay in my Ethereum, so I can pay with MetaMask. I haven't done it yet, and right now it's actually loaded, so it just loaded the website. So right now we're at 471 of 2000 token have already been sold. So let's say 2000 times 0.012. It's actually quite late, so I'm a little bit tired, so it's a little bit difficult to calculate right now, but it's a decent amount, I think. In my opinion, it's not asking for too much right now, considering that we're still in kind of a consolidation stage when it comes to Ethereum price and cryptocurrency prices in general. So I think that's a decent price to ask for, but I'm not too sure if they're going to reach the cap. From the looks of it, already at 1/4 of the goal, so maybe they will make it. I don't really know when they started, to be honest. Maybe they just started a few weeks ago, but maybe if they open it on 6th of May, that's actually a really nice result so far. Anyway, as I said already, all these founder token purchased characters and artifacts, I guess, as well, will have this founder clause, so you kind of distinguish yourself from all the other investors that come later down the line and invest into the game. And as I said before, I think what really sets this game apart is the PixoFounder token. Can be redeemed for these artifacts, so you can equip your characters with these specific artifacts that all look quite unique. And that's something, again, that just makes this game unique, because it just adds another feature to an existing game model or game type of setup that is quite similar to most of the others, but I think this just makes it a little bit more unique again. And as I said, also Phase 2 will include mythical Pixos auction, so it's quite similar to ETH, for example. We have these kind of normal characters that all look quite similar to each other, even though they're unique, but they don't have any special powers. They don't come with an added value to it, especially when it comes down to having a decent return on investment. And these ones, they can be basically auctioned off in a hot potato style. So for those who don't know how hot potato style crypto games work or blockchain games work, so you basically have a set price of Ethereum for a mythical Pixo, and the other person can purchase it from you for a higher price. And I guess they have a timer running out, and once the timer runs out, the last person who had the mythical Pixo basically owns it for the rest of the game, basically, or indefinitely. I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure, but we'll see once the Phase 2 starts. So that will be in June, basically, beginning of June. So that's still around 2 weeks ahead. So basically, yeah, bid Ethereum, and each time you're outbid, you will earn your Ethereum invested. So yeah, again, this is a decent way to make a good return on investment. So hot potato style always means the person who purchases it for fixed price from you, you automatically get your Ethereum invested plus the extra amount that the price increase happens. So again, this is just a nice additional way for you to make some Ethereum back. And make some additional Ethereum. Mythical Pixels have one-of-a-kind stats and traits. They already come equipped and are super scarce. So that's also kind of a distinction between these mythical Pixels and these other normal Pixels, that they already come with the founder artifacts. You don't have to purchase them additionally first. They already come, as I said, equipped and are super scarce. So scarcity is also an important factor for the game. That's also always good, as I always prefer, and I always state in my videos. I think it's really important for these kind of games that have some sort of added complexity attached to them because of the cryptocurrency integration. You have, or you need to have to some degree, a sort of scarcity that limits the amount of high value digital assets that people can purchase, because again, it has this nice value increase of a game. There will only be 3 copies of each mythical Pixel, so getting in one as an investment or end game character would be a good idea. Again, they just kind of play with the idea that if you invest in early and the game will be a success, you will have a decent way of selling the mythical Pixel for a much higher price later down the line, and again, have a decent return on investment. The arena is also an important point. Obviously, the game also wants to have gameplay, so once all this kind of purchase, this kind of ICO stage is over and the cap has been reached, they want to include battle or arena battles. Basically, in PixoArena are semi-random. Better reputation points and stats increase the odds of a Pixel to win battle. So you have 2 different determinators of success in a battle. You have the reputation points, and I don't understand how they work. And basically, they're kind of like a I don't know, to be honest, what they kind of are. But stats are basically what you normally know from these RPGs. So you have these different attributes to your characters, and they are determined based on, I guess, the artifacts and the weapons you wear, and the shield and the defense you wear. And they also determine if you're more likely to win battles or more likely to lose them. Pixels can be fighting as a defender, increasing their defense stats and keep farming these reputation points until beaten. Or they can be an attacker, boosting their attacking stats and choosing wisely which defenders to attack. They will need to take rests between battles. Again, that kind of adds to this time factor that's also important. Scarcity, kind of scarcity factor again, because obviously if you can only fight for a set amount of time and you have to rest in between, it increases the scarcity of the result of these battles as well, because you can't do them on a continuous base. You always have to take breaks in between. At the end of the fight, the Pixels win or lose rep points according to the result. So again, that's kind of, I don't know, maybe you can trade in these reputation points for these Pixel founder tokens again. So they have this kind of added value to them because they are attached to a token that is again attached to Ethereum. So you can also have a decent return on investment by just battling with others in the arena and winning most of your fights or most of your battles. Now, what I'm not quite sure about is the idea that you only have to have two options to set up your characters in a battle. You only have the option to actually go for defender or attacker. You can't switch in between those battles. So I guess because it's probably 100% blockchain integration of the gameplay, you will not really be able to control your character. You will only be able to start a battle by paying the gas price for the fee to interact with the smart contract basically, and then you will just have that automatic battle that it's and the success is determined based on the stats and the reputation points you already have. Again, most of the time not too much of a fan of 100% blockchain integration. I think again, crypto games or blockchain games will benefit much more, or the video game industry in general will benefit much more from blockchain integration if they do the economy based and all the digital asset based side of things on the blockchain, because it has so many advantages for this side of a game. But when it comes to gameplay, I still think it should be server-sided, because all the time you have some kind of movement or some kind of interaction in the game. If you control a character, you would have to have some kind of interaction with the smart contract on the blockchain as well, and it will always cost gas fees. It will always take time until the whole thing, the whole transaction has succeeded, and so on and so on. And that's why I think it would be better to put the gameplay on the server side and just keep it that way, as it's already doing it, or most of the time the video game industry is already doing right now. And again, only putting the economy side of things in on the blockchain. As far as I understood from this game, PixoArena right now, I think they're trying to do for the 100% blockchain integration. Again, not too sure what I think about that, but I will have to see, we will have to see how it works out once the gameplay and the arena battle is out and we can actually test it for ourselves. For whatever reason, I think it still has great potential. Just from the look of it, I really like this kind of old graphic style, these bit kind of graphic characters and artifacts and these items. That's really nice. Definitely looking forward for how these mythical pixels will look like and how they will behave, and which stats they have and which weapons they will have. And yeah, check it out yourself, PixoArena.com. I'm going to post a link to the video description. I'm going to post a link to the game in the video description, as I always do. I'm also going to post a link to their Discord channel, as you can see here from the screen, so you can talk to the developer and maybe to the community, get a better understanding of the game, because I always say, please don't take this video as financial advice. Please only invest as much as you can afford to lose when it comes to your own Ethereum, and more importantly, do your own research, do your own due diligence on these type of games, on these type of ICOs or investments, because you never know how it will turn out. Yeah, other than that, hope you liked the video. Check out the game, maybe also check out the Medium page. They also have some more information on there. And yeah, see you next time. Have a good night. Bye.